Had to deal with a little bit of the technical difficulties. Want to make sure we're all good. But now we're back. Now let's finally talk some Project Codename Reload. You know what it was? It was that Hefe. He was like, hey, you guys had to talk about Reload. You guys were chit-chatting a little too much. Let's talk about the actual show here. Let's get into your thoughts. Let me ask that before anything happens. Let me ask your thoughts on coming down to the project. This is now a new territory here. You aren't at Skid Row Academy. This is all the way in lovely Union County. So your thoughts on making it to the project here?
Well, for one, I'm definitely excited to head down there. I kept, and I was like, but sooner or later, that's going to be a thing. Like Samael Fawzi and Codename wrestling are going to be connected to each other. So, once the reach out happened, I immediately grabbed it, and I was like, you know what, this is going to be my chance to, well known in South Jersey, but be well known all over. So I'm waiting for the Hot Star Scramble, and I definitely can't wait to prove why once.
Gotcha, definitely so. And again, this matchup, it is very important when it comes to the project. I'm not sure if you've done the research yet. You definitely need to watch the previous scrambles, because this has been a very important part of the history of the project. It was the very first match that even it featured a main debut with Ghost Shadow, another veteran of the game. So definitely making your mark in this, it'll definitely look good in front of the higher ups in the project. So So definitely that. And again, like I said, some of the elements of it has been interchangeable right now. That's the great thing about the scramble. That's always surprising. You never know who could be in there. But I can say, as of right now, you do have Matt Vertigo in there, and you do have Justin Adams. So some tough competition in there.
Yeah. Vertigo. I've seen his work before. That's a bit new for me. A lot of people I face are kind of my size, but for doesn't really matter who name doesn't bother me. But yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I'm really excited for this match.
There you go. Here we go. Now let's get this comment in there. It was there when we were having technical difficulties. Let's talk about it now. We got Colche in the chat. He's very excited to see Samael Fawzi at Project Codename Wrestling. I am as well. I can't wait to see you at Project. Like I said, we're both there. We got to see what you could do in that ring on that mic. So we're definitely looking to see, again, outside of the home turf now, at the project now, how that plays. Because it is a whole different ball game when you're now in a new territory, so to speak.
Right.
So I'm definitely looking forward to see that. And again, it's trying to join those rankings in the project, because wins and losses matter a lot in the project. That's something else you got to keep in mind as well. So getting on the rankings, getting a positive win, and again, looking in that, making sure you're on the right side of the right people in the project.
I'm not really worried about all that. You can send whoever you want. Just
there you go. I like that tenacity already. He's confident. That's what you want in the new up and coming talent. That's great.
Confused. Arrogance and confidence. I'm 100% confident in my abilities. Well, I know you're gonna have like a lot more people on this podcast, and they're gonna say blah 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 blah, and you're gonna say blah 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 blah. And I'm excited to be here. And as much as I am aware of what I bring to the table, and what I bring is quality, so I just want to get that out of the way now before this continues on.
I like it. Again, this is why I wanted to have you on as well, because I wanted to hear your takes on this. I wanted to hear what you bring in. Because again, like I said, I saw the promo. I feel like I got a little flustered that day because Homeless Vaughn made his way into it. Which again, I'll try to get some words out of him on that situation later today because Homeless Vaughn will be podcast at 7 p.m. I'm not sure how he's going to be on the podcast. I don't know if he owns a phone.
Yeah, but, I remember I remember seeing him cut a promo, and I'm extremely sure that he stole a phone. I'm, spreading rumors. I'm sure, being United States champion of a certain company has, some checks. Maybe he bought one of his own. I'm not sure. If I had to put money on it, that's just me.
Again, I will not want to speculate anything, but I guess we'll find out tonight how he'll be on the podcast. But I got my way to contact him somehow. I sent a letter to his tent. I found his tent for some reason somewhere. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes tonight with Homeless Vaughn. Well, let's continue here with review. Let's continue with Samael Fawzi right now because I still want to ask you a little more now that luckily the connection's to go.
All right, see, it's going well so far. Let's hope that they didn't jinx.
With my luck, it did, but hey, it's all good. But let's get into now with you again, with how the career is going. How is that meant for you? How I feel for you, I should say, being so young still in your career and getting to have these accomplishments already, getting to hold gold so young in the career, getting to face icons like G's, like Scorpio, and then getting that spot as well. Because again, I can imagine when old dog's looking at, he's like, you know what? He's gonna be one of my guys. So how has that been for you, getting that respect from your peers?
So when I completely unexpected, it was something. It's stuff that you would have in your dreams. You know what I mean? It could happen so early, and then it did, and then the more it came on, and the title defenses that I had. After a while, I just really took a deep breath when it's all said and done, and I was just like, wow, I'm really that. I didn't think I could be, truthfully. So I thought it would take me so much longer, but I'm very privileged. I'm very humbled. Decisions that have been made, and the amount of trust for I'm just really humbled by it more than anything.
Got you now, and that's great. And again, it hasn't come just out of like choice. It has just come with you putting in that hard work, that dedication, and having that, no pun intended, respect for the craft. So it comes well deserved. And again, this is the reason why when it was announced, I was like, I'm glad he's a part of the Hot Stars Scramble, because I hope to see the Project Faithful get to see what me and Coltrane got to see a while back. So,
everybody's definitely going to see it. This isn't a once in a blue moon type thing. Like, whoever wants it can get it. So, call Samael Fawzi to be their top guy. I'm not going to say no to that. And I'll be, September 24th. I'm looking forward to it, man.
All right, there you go. Well, let's talk a little bit more outside of just the project as well. Let's go into, again, you're still making that run right now. You're still in that hot start run. Let's talk about, is there anywhere else that you have your eye on right now? Because the independents, especially in our tri-state area, has been just blooming. Is there a place that you haven't made it to yet that you're like, I need to get my foot in that door?
It's funny. I was like thinking that was all these different like promotions like in my head, but like as soon as the cameras went right away, no disrespect to any company, it's just like I to work. That's my thing. Like I want Composite. Cannot wait for for competition. So, like I said, whoever wants to smoke can get it. That's just how I work. Anybody can get it. That's how my mind works. So, any promotion anywhere, it doesn't matter to me. Whoever in Jersey and Philly, man, hit me up.
Hi, there you go. There you go. I know. It's funny. It's always when I ask that question, everyone's like, "Yeah, I want to be." Shit. It's always that. It's always once the red light comes on, blank.
Be honest with myself and just be like, you know what? I had like 5 already, and then as soon as the question was asked, I was like, damn. I went blank.
That's what I love about that. It's always like that, because it's like, it's once this comes on, it's like, yeah, we're good. The minute it goes off, it's like, man, I could have said this, I could have said that. Like, it always happens. It's all good. So let's go into this one. Hopefully your mind didn't go blank on this one. Let's now, instead of promotions, let's talk about opponents. Because again, you're saying anyone could get it. You're ready to fight anybody. Is there anyone that you haven't gotten to step in there with, that you've watched, you've seen, you've studied, that you want to get in there with?
Man.
We're going to start problems here, but hey, that's what I kind of like to stir the pot a little bit on the podcast. That's what I do.
Nah, no problem. No. Came to my mind was Marcus Mathers, very first person.
Okay.
Even though I've already faced him before, still want that rematch with TJ Reno. The champion. Give me the names. Like, give me the guys that you don't think I can handle, and then I'll prove to you why I can handle them. That's what I'm all about. That's what draft is. Like, yeah, a lot of these guys put in work, but they're not dedicated like I am, and because of that, bring whoever you. If there's somebody, anybody feels like Samael Fawzi cannot, everybody always wants to. Everybody just wants to be like, oh well, I want to face any. Go for specifics. I want whoever you think I cannot handle. Plain and simple.
I'm sorry to laugh, but I just read a comment because I had a feeling Will was going to put this, because he loves to throw his name out there. One of the greats. I don't know if he's still working, but if he is, he just threw out Ahmed Johnson. I don't feel like Ahmed's still working. And see, we broke the stream mentioning Ahmed Johnson. Oh, you gotta love it. We broke the stream on Ahmed Johnson. The stream couldn't handle Ahmed Johnson.
Why? All right. like I said, man. Ahmed Johnson. Okay, that's a first. Like I said, whoever you don't think I can handle, we'll see what happens. That's all I'll say.
I love that. That was great. Well, I guess let me throw this name out there, because I just saw she was in the chat. She shared the stream. Thank you to Auntie. How about Ruthless Lala? Would you ever want to face Auntie in there?
Yes, please. All of prolific Samael Fawzi wants to smoke.
Oh man, I wouldn't have said that now.
Plain and simple.
That's just throwing the gauntlet to 4, because Auntie's always with them too. That's a huge gauntlet to just throw out there.
And the thing about I think while her lariat gives me goosebumps, but this whole thing that she has where she started to sound like Wolf when it comes to me a little bit. Isaiah didn't think that she was ready for him. It kind of sounds like she doesn't. It kind of bothers me a bit. It's a little bit under my skin. I can definitely. I would love the out in the world right now. I would love to face Ruthless Lala. Absolutely.
Ooh. I hope Auntie just shared and kind of what, because if she's still in the chat, then there you go. And here we go.
Bring it.
We got one of my brothers. We got Adam Kane in the chat being nice right now. He said, "Kids has the goods, has a future." He definitely does. There you go, Adam Kane, giving you some good props. You guys have been a part of that locker room as well. Pro Wrestling R. Let's talk a little bit about that. Are you looking to make your way back to Pro Wrestling R? As I see, they're having their anniversary show soon.
I mean,
so
you can have an anniversary show of Pro Wrestling R and not have stuff. That's a little weird. That's a bit taboo. I mean, I don't know, man. You cannot have the toughest man in Pro Wrestling R has to be there, and the toughest man in Pro Wrestling R is Samael Fawzi. With that company, bring on whoever you want, put whoever you want, show you why I am who I say I am. Plain and simple.
Hey, there you go. And I feel like, again, you called out Prolific. Now you're saying you're the toughest man in that locker room. I feel like the Pro Wrestling R heavyweight champion, who happens to be Isaiah Wolf, is going to have an issue with that. Because I would assume the American Gangster is going to want to say he's the toughest guy in that locker room. But,
look, man, it's all right, but it's also I'm ready. So, you know, GKM multiple times. Give me him. I think that there's a bit of a space there that has not been filled, and it's always a blockbuster whenever me and him face each other. So, give me him. If I comments, I do not apologize. I want. I'm gonna say it again. Whoever you don't think I can handle, give me that guy. So play it or that. I don't care. You know, this is not trash talk. This isn't trying to be y'all. No, this is honesty. And if I'm being honest, for anybody to make that comment that I cannot handle the world champion, mistake, plain and simple.
Hey, I like it. Again, I like that confidence. It's definitely, I like what I see here, and I can't wait again for Saturday, because I feel like you're going to fit right in, especially with how that locker room is at the project. So it's definitely going to be a good time. And again, it's the nature of competition. That's what you want. If you truly you want to win in this business, so you got to have that. You have to have that confidence.
That's a little bit too much of it, admittingly, but it's only because, man, just so people try to, downsize me a bit. And the more I hear more and more things about such and such and such and such, and I'm ready for whoever. I'm ready for whoever. There is no. I don't. I always on my Twitter, man. I have passion. Passion is great. It's what I believe in, and my passion is so high for professional wrestling. Your idea of fearing another fellow wrestler is so, put whoever you want in front of me, and I'll show you why I deserve to be.
Gotcha. Hey, again, this Saturday, like I said, is going to be 4 other competitors in that ring. So the project's doing just like you said. They're throwing 4 right at you in the Hot Start Scramble. And like I said, as far as the graphic goes, unfortunately, it's going to be interchangeable, because you never know what could happen in a Hot Start Scramble. And I think, especially with how your mentality has been, that's perfect. You want all challengers. You want to just see who comes out of that curtain on Saturday.
Absolutely. I'm excited, man. Like, I might have now, but once I get in that ring, I'm ready to go. Everybody can get it. That's the mentality I always have, whether Holmes Bond isn't a match, isn't in another guy up and another guy in, my mindset will not change because every can come get it, plain and simple.
Hey, there you go. Like I said, hey, we don't have to do anything Saturday. We don't have to fight because I'll be at the lovely commentary. I don't want any smoke. I don't want any problems. I'll just be calling the action straight down the middle. As some people say, I'm a little biased, but I don't know. I'm just calling it as I see it. So I'll definitely be calling your action down the middle.
I would hope so. I hope I don't, get the footage back. And now it's, Samael Fawzi getting beat up a little bit too much out there. It's like, hey man, didn't want any smoke. What happened? Now.
Hey, no, I'll never say something like that unless again it's something else. But again, we'll see what happens Saturday. This is why I get the big bucks from our good GM. So let's keep it going here. So again, we talked about places you would want to go, opponents you would want to face. Again, I touched on you had gold at one point. Unfortunately, right now that championship at Super Crazy is no longer in the possession. Is that still a goal again to reclaim that heavyweight championship?
The way that I lost that championship would definitely put a mental, quite a bit. And as much as I, like I said, I'm not afraid of any opponent. Him is gonna show his face again around me, then I would love that rematch. But right now, I'm moving on a bigger medal. I just had a match with the legendary Too Cold Scorpio. Back tracing and going back to a man who, truthfully, I defeated him and that he needed all the help he could get. So, not particularly if the opportunity does present itself and he agreed to that, I'm more than willing. But right now I'm on to bigger and better things, plain and simple.
Got you. Hey, again, I have to ask because I know even if that is not the current goal, I know that still has to be in the back of your mind of wanting to reclaim that. But again, you're still showcasing and still maybe even proving, hey, even though you don't have the championship, you are at that caliber of champion.
Absolutely. I need to be an inaugural champion. I'm already etched in history. So
there you go.
It's not that he can say or do that's gonna take me out of the game. And even if if I don't have the physical championship, you can absolutely still chant my name and cheer for me. So that's what's worth it at the end. Oh well, I'll get more championships down the line. That's how good I am. That's where one. He can have that belt. That, again, in my opinion, isn't really his. So it is what it is. He paid me at the end of the day. So, oh well.
All right, there you go. Again, I get it, and I can respect again having that confidence to say, you know what, it'll be mine once again, one day. But that's one not day. The one day. But from there, let's go into that. What is on that goal list right now? What do you have your focus on outside of just Saturday? Because I know Saturdays right now, like that's next up. But outside of that, what's next for Samael Fawzi? So sorry about that. Just give us 1 second here. Hold on. There we go. I was saying the connection doesn't want us to know what's next, but let's get to that again. So what's next for Samael Fawzi outside of Saturday? What else is on the agenda?
Well, all once again, bigger and better competition, a lot more things. Or I know for a fact that the more that I've been getting people, the value that I have, and have to see for yourself, man. I don't really want to reveal too much. You're just gonna have to see.
Hey, I like it. I can respect it again. And guys, if you want to stay up to date and be able to again stay tuned to all that, make sure you go follow Samael on all of his social media right there. Go follow him on Instagram there at Samael Fawzi 7. Go follow him on Twitter. Which my apologies again. I was gonna say this off the air, but I'll say it on air. I could have sworn we were following each other already. When I was tagging you this morning, I was like, whoops.
Yeah.
But hey, do like I did. Go follow him now on Twitter as well. Stay up to date with the young man because, again, he's on to bigger and brighter things, and I can't wait to see what he does. But before I let you go, man, because you're a busy guy, don't want to take up too much more of your time here, I want to ask the question I ask everyone that comes on the podcast, and that is, for Samael Fawzi, what is the end goal? When all this is said and done, what is it that you want to accomplish?
So when I was a kid, that I wanted was legacy, being remembered, and now that really hasn't changed much. The biggest thing I ever wanted was to prove that without a shadow of a best wrestler in the world. People can bring up that that's subjective, but at the end of the day, when by the time I'm 60 or however old I get, to the point to where people can start looking at me and looking back on my, that guy is really legendary. That's my goal, man. Just being able to leave something behind that's bigger than even that's me.
I like it. No, that's definitely, I feel like definitely something we all strive for, is to, again, leave something behind. Like that difference, and definitely leave something that it's like, hey, this was Samael Fawzi. And then look at that generation. Like you said, again, you got to be in there with Two Cold Scorpio, and you got to be in there with G's. And when we look at what they've done, it's like they have that whole lineage of a career.
Right.
And we all strive to do something like that. So that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. But again, Samael, thank you so much for joining me here. I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Which, guys, if you haven't already, go make sure you get your tickets now. Project Codename Reload. This whole week we're doing hashtag Project Week. So definitely come back even later today, as at 7 p.m. I still don't know how we're gonna do it, but I will have Homeless Vaughn. Some way we're gonna get him on here, even if we have to try to go through I guess through his tech connection. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll have Homeless Vaughn on. Samael, thank you so much. Again, we'll see you Saturday, a part of the hashtag Hot Start Scramble. So to everyone watching, thank you so much. As always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, and respect the craft. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.